when I was invited to speak here about language of peace, the first thing I thought about is food. Not because I'm a notoriously hungry person, which unfortunately shows, but food because when there is no peace, when there is war, one of the starkest consequences of war is hunger, and hunger is my daily bread. It doesn't sound too absurd, but if I see that we have today 350 million people who are acutely hungry, then despite the fact that there was COVID, despite the fact that there is climate change, and I will speak more about it in the 3 minutes I have, I'm respecting my 3 minutes, the biggest driver of hunger is still war. And hunger is what you get if everything goes belly up in terms of international cooperation. In the end, it's people going hungry, and it's always the same people going hungry. But I also want to speak about food, because food is the most essential, the most human, and the most connecting thing I can think of. We are in a Christian church, and breaking the bread is the most Christian gesture there is there. But I think our host will agree with me that in every single religious tradition, food has a special meaning, because food is not a given, food is a gift. And it's a gift that we can share, and that if we are conscious about it, actually is a way out of many of the crises. And I want to give you one example, because it connects to climate change in a very direct way. If we are able to restore land, which we have lost in staggering numbers, we are losing every year 3 times the size of Switzerland to land degradation. If we are able to work together, which we do at some parts in the Sahel, and bring people together to bring their barren land back into agricultural use, we are not only producing food security, we are bringing the communities together. We are bringing the herders and the farmers together. We are bringing the Christians and the Muslims together, because it is around food that we can do that. But the most beautiful thing, if you do that, is actually what makes plant grow. The biggest miracle for me of all is carbon dioxide. You're getting carbon dioxide out of the atmosphere, and you have a machine called photosynthesis that works in 3.5 billion years that is actually able to bind CO2 and bring it back in the soil and produce food with it and peace. So I want to conclude with a hope that I'm having, because we are speaking so much about the climate crisis, and I've been involved since 2007. I framed the notion of climate justice in 2007. I think what can produce climate justice is a way of producing food that is equitable and fair. And if we get it right, the climate crisis is our common enemy, and nothing unites you more than a common enemy. But this time, it's not one human tribe against another human tribe, but it's the human race against an existential threat. That would be my hope. Thank you.